Today let us see the oxidation of alkanes. You already know what is meant by oxidation. When any compound is reacted with oxygen, it reacts with oxygen to undergo oxidation in presence of suitable catalyst to form corresponding product. Now you already know the alkanes are the hydrocarbons which contain carbon-carbon single bond, and all the hydrogens are bonded with the carbons with single covalent bonds. That means when any one of the alkane is oxidized, it will form the product according to its content. That means if we react CH4, the first member of alkane family, with oxygen, it will undergo combustion. And you are already familiar with the fact that in combustion with oxygen, alkanes always give to the formation of CO2 and H2O, and during which high amount of energy is given out. That means if we heat this methane in air, it reacts with oxygen which is present in air to form corresponding CO2 and H2O. During this reaction, high amount of energy is given out, that is indicated by enthalpy of combustion or standard enthalpy of combustion. During this reaction, 890 kilojoule per mole energy is given out. Therefore, we can write here the sign of minus. The minus sign indicates that the energy is given out. It is exothermic reaction. We can take another example also. If we write C4H10, if we heat it in air, this butane or N-butane will react with oxygen which is present in air to form CO2 and H2. That means if we use any one of the alkane that reacts with oxidation, we undergo oxidation to form CO2 and H2, and large amount of energy is given out. That is known as heat of combustion or enthalpy of combustion. Now let us balance the reaction. Carbons are balanced. Here 2 hydrogens are present. Here 4 hydrogens are present. Therefore it should be multiplied by 2. Now let us calculate oxygen. 2 plus 2, 4. That means it should be multiplied by 2. Now here 4 carbons are present. Therefore it should be multiplied by 4. Hydrogens 10 are present. Therefore it should be multiplied by 5. 4 into 2, 8. 8 plus 5, 13. That means oxygen should be multiplied by 13 by 2. Now this is the balancing of the reaction. You already know how to balance the reaction. That means when butane is burned in air, it reacts with oxygen to form 4 CO2 and 5 H2O molecules, and the energy given out is minus 2875 kilojoule per mole. This is the simplest way to undergo the oxidation of hydrocarbon, that is alkanes. It undergo oxidation, that is a type of combustion. But there are other reactions. During this reaction, if we use the suitable conditions, we can form the different products. Now let us see. Let us see about the controlled oxidation of the reaction. During controlled oxidation of reaction, different conditions of catalyst are used. During this condition, you can use copper, molybdenum oxide is used, or in sometimes manganese diacetate is also used. Firstly, let us see the oxidation of methane with oxygen in presence of Cu. For this, here 1100 atm pressure is required and the temperature is 273 Kelvin. Temperature required is 523 or 575, nearly about. It is necessary. It gives to the formation of methyl alcohol. During this formation, how the reaction takes place? We can write CH4 as CH3H. One of the oxygen from this O2 get added to carbon hydrogen bond and get converted into CH3OH. Therefore, this should be multiplied by 2 here. In such a way, if excess of methane is oxidized by using oxygen in presence of copper at temperature 523 Kelvin and 1100 atmospheric pressure, it gets converted into corresponding methyl alcohol. Now let us see another example. If methane is oxidized by using O2 and by using molybdenum dioxide, MO2O3, that is molybdenum oxide, then the reaction product will be formaldehyde. Now let us balance the reaction. You can compare these reactions. Methane on oxidation in presence of Cu and pressure gives methyl alcohol. Methane on oxidation with oxygen in presence of molybdenum oxide gives formaldehyde. Let us balance the reaction. How many hydrogens are left? 2. And one of the oxygen is left here. It will give rise to the formation of H2. Now let us see the next reaction. The next reaction is of ethane. Let us oxidize it by using dioxygen and catalyst manganese diacetate. Now what will be the product? What is the possibility to get the product? Here 2 methyl groups are present. You can use excess of ethane here. For that we needed 2 molecules. Now here one of the CH3 how it will undergo the reaction. Now CH3 C and H from H3. CH3 C and H from this H3. How many hydrogens are left here now? 2 hydrogens are left. What we have to do here? We have to undergo oxidation. For that, use these oxygens. Insert 2 oxygens here. That means it will give to the formation of CH3COOH. That is one of the ethane molecule on oxidation in presence of manganese diacetate gives to the formation of CH3COOH. Here we use two molecules for the balancing. Therefore, here it should be multiplied by 2. There is another reason why it is balanced as a 2 here. Therefore, two molecules of ethane on oxidation gives two molecules of acetic acid. Now let us balance it. 2 hydrogens from one molecule, that means 4 hydrogens from two molecules of ethane. It will form 2 times H2O. Now balance the oxygen. Here 2 into 2, 4, 4 plus 2, that means 6. Therefore it should be multiplied by 3. This is the complete balance reaction. During this reaction, you can see that when methane is oxidized by dioxygen in presence of Cu and 1100 atm pressure, it gives rise to the formation of methyl alcohol. Methane on oxidation with molybdenum oxide gives formaldehyde by removal of H2O, and excess of ethyl molecule with excess of oxygen in presence of manganese diacetate gives to the formation of acetic acid by removal of water. Before that, we learned about the oxidation of alkane, but that reaction was combustion of alkanes, and the product of that reaction was CO2 and H2. In this way, we can do the oxidation of alkane in the different way, by using combustion, by using Cu, by using molybdenum oxide, and by using manganese diacetate. After that, let us see oxidation of aromatic hydrocarbons. You know aromatic hydrocarbons? Toluene is the best example of aromatic hydrocarbon. If we oxidize this hydrocarbon by using a best oxidizing agent, there is one of the best oxidizing agent that you already used before some classes, you learned about it. Acidified potassium dichromate you used, or alkaline KMnO4 you also used. If we use K2Cr2O7 with H2SO4, H2O, and some of the heat energy is required. How it will form the oxidation product now? Here. But here remember always that whenever this aromatic hydrocarbon undergo oxidation, this benzene will not undergo the oxidation under this condition. If substituted hydrocarbons are present, substituted hydrocarbons means when aromatic ring is bonded with minimum one of the alkyl group, This is the substituted hydrocarbon. This substituted hydrocarbon will undergo oxidation by using acidified potassium dichromate. Acidified potassium dichromate means acidified potassium dichromate is mixed with dilute H2SO4. And on heating this CH3 group, this CH3 you can write CHHH. We remove two hydrogens and add two oxygens here. This acidified potassium dichromate will provide oxygen for the oxidation of this toluene, and this CH3 group in this way get converted into COOH. This is the benzoic acid. In such a way, the aromatic hydrocarbon, this toluene, in presence of acidified potassium dichromate on heating, get converted into benzoic acid. Instead of that, you can learn the other example also. If we use this compound, it is disubstituted. 1,4-dimethyl-benzene. Instead of this one, you can also use KMnO4 here. Acidified potassium permanganate. In this case, in the previous reaction, as CH3 get converted into COH, here second CH3 group will also get converted into COOH. These are the two reactions you learned here today, in which CH3 group directly get converted into COOH. And always remember that this condition, if we use this condition, mostly these substitutory groups get converted into either CHO or COH. Sometimes firstly get converted into CHO, then converted into COH. In some reactions, this group may be converted into CHO and the reaction stop at that condition before converting into COH. Now let us see another example also. If we use CrO3 or Ac2O instead of that, or with that, if we use H2SO4 also, now the condition is changed for the oxidation. Here, chromium oxide is used. This chromium oxide or with acetic anhydride CH3CO, CH3CO, that means this one, and oxygen is linked with it. This is the Ac2O, so acetic anhydride. If we maintain these conditions, it will undergo oxidation, but in this case, these CH3 groups get converted into aldehyde, that is forming group CHO. In the before reaction, this methyl group or both the methyl groups was get converted into COH. But if we change the condition for oxidation, instead of K2Cr2O7, here we use chromium oxide, acetic anhydride H2SO4, that is diode and heating. If we change the condition, this CH3 group will get converted into CHO. Now this CHO group will not be further oxidized to COH in this reaction. The reaction stops when CH3 group get converted into CHO. Now let us see the detailed mechanism of this reaction. During the mechanism, we will use here the aromatic ring that is bonded with one Firstly, the CH3 group, what happens here? Two hydrogens are removed and this carbon will get bonded with OAC group. If we see the reaction, this is one of the most successful reaction because this methyl group removes 2 electrons to form diacetate, that means CHOAC OAC. This is diacetate product of toluene, and this diacetate product with H2O and H2SO4 will give to the formation of dihydroxy product like this. It will now remove this H2O molecule and will give to the formation of CHO group. Now in this way, reaction with chromium oxide and acetic anhydride get completed and the CH2 group get converted into CHO group. Now let us complete the reaction in the another method. Another type of oxidation of aromatic hydrocarbon in presence of ferric ammonium nitrate. In presence of ferric ammonium nitrate, if here we are using here 2 methyl groups at 1,4 position, only one methyl group will get converted into corresponding formyl group. This is the difference between the catalysts. Here we use ferric ammonium nitrate. When we use ferric ammonium nitrate, only one methyl group will get oxidized and will get converted into CHO. Student, this is the oxidation of aromatic hydrocarbons by using different oxidizing agents.